Robbie Cochran was born August 29th, 1989. Although I didn't meet him until I was in kindergarten, we had been great friends ever since. Jocelyn's older brother had a friend named Robbie. Robbie and his family were best friends with Jocelyn's family, and they always came on the camping trips with us. Although James, Jocelyn's older brother, never really paid any attention to me, Robbie was different. Even though I was Jocelyn's little friend, he always talked to me and hung around me. It was notorious for me and Jocelyn to at least get in one huge fight every time we went camping, but at least I had Robbie to talk to when Jocelyn refused to even be in the same room as me. I met Robbie through my friend Jocelyn, and we started a tradition of always going camping together. Jocelyn's family would jam-pack their minivan and prepare the camper, and we would venture out to a campground. I always loved going camping with Jocelyn's family. I would have the best times just being able to escape for a while and try new things. We started going camping together when I was in the 1st grade, and it continued until the end of 7th grade, and I will never forget the awesome times I had. The last time I ever saw Robbie was when we went on a camping trip to the sand dunes. It was the summer before 8th grade, and I couldn't wait to experience the sand dunes for the first time. The trip was amazing. The sand dunes were exciting, and we got to swim in the clear blue Lake Michigan water. Robbie was going to be a senior this year, and we were still the closest of friends. Now that I wasn't referred to as Jocelyn's little friend, Robbie and I hung out more on the camping trips. The best thing about Robbie was that I could talk to him about anything, and I felt comfortable with him. He never made me feel stupid or as if I was being a pest, but truly liked being with me. I couldn't help but like him and spending time with him. My last moment with Robbie will be the one I will never forget. We were packing up the minivan and getting ready to head home from the sand dunes. Everyone was assigned duties to move the process along faster, and lucky for me, I was assigned trash. I examined the mounds of trash bags and dreaded having to carry them all the way to the dumpster, but thankfully, Robbie said he would help me out. We carried the trash bags along the dirt path and laughed the entire way. He would say the funniest things, and I couldn't help but be so happy whenever I was with him. We would toss the trash bags at each other, seeing if we'd be quick enough to dodge them, or slow enough to have a trash bag wailed at our face. As stupid as it may sound, it was so much fun. When all the trash were successfully put in the dumpster, we headed back, bumping into each other's hips, just enjoying the time we had together. Robbie's passing was the biggest shock I've ever had to deal with in my entire life. All I could think about was Robbie. Every time we were ever together, every word he ever said to me, each time we hugged, how he smelled, what he was wearing last, everything just poured into my mind. All I wanted to do was go back to the last time I saw him and live in that moment forever. I can still see him, clear as daylight, hugging me before we left for our last camping trip. I still look back on the wings that I was given at the Renaissance Festival when me and Robbie were married. We were often teased about when we were little, and we were forced to get married at a silly Renaissance festival. They called out 2 kids from the crowd of children to get married, and it happened to be me and Robbie. They had a ceremony and were officially announced husband and wife. Robbie had the kindest heart. He was a genuine person who will never be forgotten. I had seen pictures of the car Robbie was in during the accident. The green car was smashed in all different angles, and the only thing I could do was picture the accident in my head. It was a winter's morning, and the roads were slick. Robbie was driving around a bend when he collided with a driver in the opposite lane head first. The airbags go off, and he snaps his neck dead at the scene. The impact of Robbie's death was unbearable. My heart breaks when I relive the funeral, the faces of his family members in utter disbelief. Robbie had so many exciting new things happening in his life right before his death. He had just been accepted into Ferris State University, and it seemed as if his journey was just beginning. These pictures were taken 5 days before the accident. Robbie passed away on December 14th, 2006, but I still remember him as if I just saw him yesterday. Words can't even begin to describe Robbie because he was indescribable. Robbie taught me that you should enjoy each moment because you never know when it'll be your last. I am so thankful to have met Robbie and forever hold a piece of him with me. His death made me realize that the life I have could be over just as sudden as his was. It taught me that every day is a blessing and to make each moment special. I will always remember Robbie and the moments we shared together. He was an amazing person and will forever remain in my heart.